Hello YouTube, today I would like to make an update on my arm training. So for the past week I have been involuntarily very physically active, and without even noticing it actually lost a bit of weight. I think it was mainly water weight, but it caused my arm measurement to decrease a bit. But the biggest measurement I got in the last 10 days is 35 centimeters. I got it one time and damn, 35 centimeters. This is the first time my arm measured that much. And so, yeah, like the past week it got a bit out of hand. The fact that I was physically active beyond my measures. And I mean, I was eating more than usual, but I didn't expect that I was meant to eat much more than usual to at least maintain the weight, you know? But in the future, I mean, today, tomorrow, etc., and every day from now, I mean, every day of the summer, my physical activity will be higher by default because I pretty much have to. I mean, I have run into a situation where I now have to go and help my grandfather at his garage to dig fucking holes for what's name? Блин, как это называется? Виноград. How do you name that? Grapes? Yeah, I think grapes, like those small, yeah, grapes. Grapes which he uses to make wine from. Yeah, anyway, it's relevant what I'm doing. It's just that I have to, dedicate at least 3 hours a day to dig that deep hole into the ground to plant grapes. Anyway, that shit doesn't matter. And so, because my physical activity will be increased by default, I would need to eat quite a bit more than I'm used to. But at the same time, so I did a measurement today. It was 34.8. I guess this is my arm measurement when I have a bit less water weight because of all that. I mean, I lost a bit water weight. And so, in a sense, on paper, I still have, like, how much? 16, yeah, 16 centimeters again. Wait, 16 millimeters? Wait, is it that much? Nah, 18 millimeters. So back to square one in a sense. Holy shit. But anyway, accounting from 35 centimeters, which I have achieved the past 10 days. I mean, I got that measurement once. It would be, I have 14 millimeters to gain. Wait, 14, motherfucker? Yeah, 14. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so the first video that I recorded, I got my measurement was 34.6. Okay, damn. And I got 35 centimeters once. Yeah, I mean, my arms definitely increased in size a bit, but still, damn, this is not enough to get to 36.4 millimeters in 15 days. I would need to, yeah, if I have 14, I mean, yeah, if I have 14 millimeters to gain, and I have 7 training sessions left, I would need to gain 2 millimeters, like at least 2 millimeters from each training session. And damn, I don't know if it's even possible. Yeah, I have no idea if it's even possible, but I have thought about it. And if gaining, I mean, if getting to 30, wait, 36.4 millimeters, wait, no, 36.4 centimeters. If it would take me to gain unnecessary amounts of fat, like if it would take me to gain 2 kilograms in 15 days, which is too fast of a rate, even for a late intermediate slash late intermediate? Wait. Nah, I don't want to say I'm late intermediate, rather late. What is late? Or is it the reverse? I mean, beginner who will soon become intermediate. This one I become. This probably is the most accurate description of my physical development levels right now. Anyway, I ain't gonna gain 2 kilograms in 15 days. Maybe a kilogram is decently reasonable, but yeah, no more than that. So within that kilogram of weight I'm gonna gain, I would need to gain fucking 40 millimeters or even more, considering that today's measurement is 34.8 millimeters. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible, but I mean, instead of thinking about those numbers, I will take measurements to know whether or not I'm growing, of course. But instead of thinking about, that number of 36.4 that I have to achieve that by any means, I thought about it, and losing that bet isn't too bad of a situation for me if I would make decent progress within those 15 days. If I would gain 5 millimeters within those 15 days, that would be perfectly fine for me, because it's already twice as much as I ever did, twice as much size as I ever did manage in. I mean, yeah, that would mean that I would go up to 35.5 millimeters, which means that within a single month, I would gain 9 millimeters, which is more than I have ever gained within one single month. That's already a huge progress. That's already a huge progress in terms of my rate of gains. So that's perfectly fine for me. Yeah, so instead of thinking about those numbers, I would just think of, within those 15 days. Yeah, by the way, today is 15th something something. I have no idea what date it is. Oh shit. I would just think of, gaining as much millimeters on my arm within those 15 days as I can, reasonably, without gaining too much fat. I mean, I don't know if it's even possible for me to gain too much fat, considering that my activity levels are already sky high. I would imagine that would be quite challenging for me to consume enough food to gain in a slow rate, So I will, I will not be afraid of gaining too much weight, because it would be just practically impossible for me, considering that I'm digging those fucking holes at least 3 hours a day, and that's quite energy consuming, So I'll just eat as much as I can. Yeah, because after the last training session, when I actually noticed that, my arm measurement decreased and not increased, I guess that my calorie consumption wasn't enough, because I could just start digging those holes early on, and so I had no idea. But now I know that I need more food than that, and so after next training session, which is going to be tomorrow. Wait, is it 7th training session, or is it 6? Because if it's 6, that's worse. Damn. Wait, 16, 19, 22, 20 fucking wait, 20 what? 25, 25, 28, 31. Yeah. So it's 7 training sessions. wait, wait. 16, 19, 22, 25, 20 fucking 8, 30. No, it's 6 training sessions. I have 6 training sessions left. Holy shit, motherfucker. Damn, that's not good. So I would have to gain. I mean, yeah. I think that I won't be able to gain 14 millimeters within fucking, 15 days. That would be quite unreasonable. Even though, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I can say that I have pretty much quitted on the idea of the fact that it is absolutely necessary for me to gain those 14 millimeters, to get up to 36.4 centimeters within the summer. Because, mm, how do you say that in English? When you want to achieve a certain number within a certain, how do you say that? I mean, it's a certain timeline that you have to, you know, motherfucker, how, deadline, yeah, deadline, okay. So this is a deadline, yeah. Deadline are just, when it comes to building your body, I found that deadlines, just press you. I mean, they create unnecessary pressure. Even not when you're training. When I'm training, I don't even think about it. It just creates unnecessary pressure outside of the training when I'm just supposed to rest and let my body adapt and make my muscles bigger, basically. And so it just doesn't help whatsoever, those deadlines. I'll just think that forgetting about the deadline, forgetting about a certain amount of a certain numbers that I have to achieve within that time. If I would just think about gaining as much size on my arm as I can within those 15 days, I would gain much more than if I would, strive towards that specific number. Because it just adds on pressure. Whereas gaining as much size as you can, it just means that I train as well as I can, I eat as well as I can, and I sleep as well as I can, which is, there's not much pressure in that. So yeah, I don't know what would be the title of that update. Armed, I guess, wait. I guess something like arm training update. I quit. Yeah, for additional clickbait. Even though I still have zero fucking, wait, how do you say that? Zero views on each of my update, but irrelevant. I just want to. I'm irrelevant. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I will just eat more. Yeah. When it comes to my sleep quality, it's really hard to increase my sleep quality. My sleep schedule is still all over the place. Damn. But I think working, uh, going to work in my grandfather's garage just will help me. I mean, it already helped me out to tire out physically more, and so my sleep quality increased a bit more. I mean, it's just easier to go to bed early on and fall asleep pretty fast. Yeah. So I guess that will actually help increase my sleep schedule consistency and overall sleep quality. Yeah, so that's it. So I'll just eat more than I'm used to. Training, I'll leave the training as good as it is. Maybe I'll do, maybe because of the fact that I do full body once every 3 days, I'll just add a bit more volume to my arms. So instead of doing, right now I'm doing about 3 working sets, 3 to 4. Maybe I'll do 4 to 5. I mean, I'm pretty sure I will be able to get away with that because I have 72 hours to recover. I mean, scientific research. Wait, what? Scientific research proves that you need no more than that for your muscles to fully recover. Of course, it is under circumstance that your sleep is good. I mean, decent at least, and you eat enough calories. Otherwise, within those 72 hours, as I understand, you'll just not grow. It's like uh, the muscle adaptation lasts up to 72 hours, and if you're just not using not if you're just not adapting because you're not eating enough, you're not sleeping enough, you'll just not adapt. Muscle will just either stay the same size or even shrink if you're in a really in a significant calorie deficit, or if your sleep is out of the whack, you're sleeping like 3 hours a day. you know this is how I understand that, because this is what makes sense for me. you know so it's not like if you have not recovered from that muscular stimulus within those 72 hours, it means that you have still muscular stimulus to recover from. No, after 72 hours, for me, it's done. you know your muscles either stay the same, they either increase in size or they shrunk size. I mean, not only arms, every muscle group in a sense. Yeah, so this is why training with once a week frequency or even once every 5 days frequency doesn't make too much sense, because it just adds on a necessary amount of rest, after which the muscles that you have trained 3 days ago ain't really recovering after those 3 days. you know if I mean, yeah, I don't need to ramble more about that. I mean, I don't know whether or not it's the case or not. I don't know where to check it, in a sense. I have never really heard anybody speak about rest times. I mean, speak about the amount of rest your body needs to recover, in the terms of 72 to 48 hours, in the terms that after 48 to 72 hours, the recovery aspect, I mean, the process of your muscles recovering just ends there, because you have run out of time. Because I mean, I don't know, I have no idea, in a sense. Then maybe I will check right now. I mean, I have tried to search for things, I haven't really found anything. I mean, maybe there is some guy on YouTube with I don't know, 100 subscribers who have talked about it, the actual amount of time your muscle needs to fully recover. Because there are a lot of dogmatic opinions of people are either on this side of pendulum or this side of pendulum. The fucking Mike Manser fans are telling that, oh, your muscle needs 7 days to fully recover, which is like, what, 152 hours to recover? Like, this just doesn't make sense, especially after one working set, motherfucker. After one working set, your muscle will be ready after 48 hours, if not after like 30 or even 24, if your recovery is really good. Like, damn, this just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can tell by trainees of Mike Manser. The only trainees that were decently big of Mike Manser were the ones that were on steroids, and the ones that were natural were like sticks. They were built like me, which is fucking not impressive at all. Yeah. So yeah, and on the other side of pendulum, I mean, it's not much people, definitely less people than that, but some people also believe that your muscle only needs 24 hours to recover, even after a very, hard and intense session. I know a man who has an immense work ethic, and zero self-preservation instinct, and he was a believer of no matter how hard you're training, no matter how much volume are you doing in your workouts, your muscle only needs 24 hours to recover. How cool is that? And you know how much volume did he do? For chest, he did 8 exercises, 3 sets of, and all the way to failure, motherfucker. And he had humongous amount of injuries. His shoulders fucked up, his elbows. I mean, he tore his triceps, he tore his biceps. Holy shit! Like, the fact that he has functioning limbs right now is just a fucking miracle, considering how hard he trained. I mean, damn, it's just so ashamed that the only reason why he didn't get good results from training is because he did 3 times as much work as he need to, you know? This is just absurd. I mean, I could relate to that a lot, but not to that extent. I would never go so far. And it's not like he didn't got any signs of that he was doing something wrong. He was experiencing, nagging pains, chronic pains in his joints, tendons, ligaments everywhere. But he didn't stop because he was hardcore, and this was exactly the reason of his downfall. Exactly the reason why he never managed to build a good physique, because he was doing way too much, unreasonably too much, that his body just weren't able to adapt to that shit, you know? And I mean, it's really the saddest situation where it is that way, where you're not progressing because you're not doing enough work. You're not progressing because you're way too much work. Wait, I got a call from my grandmother, so we'll wrap up on that point, So bye.